It's coming. It's
It's
coming. It's
coming.
coming.
It
Hmm.
is. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. There it is. It says live now. Did I have it for a different time or something? It
No,
says
no, no. It
8 o'clock.
was just that we didn't do the button. That's all.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, that
Mm-mm.
was on me because this is, listen, I'm new to this. Anybody who did our chat last month, y'all know at least this time you can hear me because last time you could. So we got that part right.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, I am so excited to discuss this and see how many of you guys reread it and what your thoughts were on the story, or how many of you is this the first time that you guys are seeing this? I
Mm.
mean, are reading this. So we're gonna jump into it in a minute. But before we do, it's a couple of things that I want to say. We have a lot of our friends um are on their way to the Brenda Jackson cruise. So a lot of them are
Hmm.
in LA, and I want to wish them safe travels.
Yes.
For those who are traveling there, I know JB is there. I know Shay Baby is there. I know Brenda Woodbury is there. I don't know how many of the rest of you are there. But I do know you guys are on your way for the cruise, and I want to say I want you guys to have fun, enjoy the cruise, leave those men alone. Don't be messing with those men over there where y'all going. But have a drink or two for me.
Yes.
Have a drink or two for me while you're there. But enjoy yourselves and safe travels to everyone. Safe travels to everyone on your trip.
All right. Yeah, Mama Tony's gonna be going down there too. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, good. You know what? It's good to get back out there, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since we've been able to do it. Hey,
Yeah.
Kay.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, we're reading your story tonight, Kay. You
Yeah,
know,
this one was a fan. This was a fan
fan
favorite because
favorite.
it was like a bonus story, right?
It was 2 and 1.
But let me tell y'all something. Shh, y'all don't tell Iris. She really is a romantic suspense author. Shh, don't tell her though.
Wait,
Don't tell
that's it. That's not true. You welcome, Brenda Woodbury.
her. I thought when I
This
was.
is this is hey Martha. This is I always call myself a romance writer
Hmm.
because in my story, in my mind, all romance go through a little bit of trauma,
Yes, that is true. Yeah,
a
you
little bit of
too.
suspense, or something. So for me, I always say that my books are romance novels. However, I have had a number of people, including some men, who say to me, "No, this is more suspense." Good evening, Nancy. Um, this is more suspense than it is romance. And so I hope you guys like suspense because the whole time I was writing romance, y'all call it suspense. So okay, I'm gonna take
Right,
it either way.
girl. Yeah, we'll let her have her way. We don't care what she's saying, but yeah, we'll let her have her way. So it just between you and me.
Well, thank you, Cheryl. But yeah, we did when I wrote this story, it was 2 and 1. And
Right.
the suspense kind of came in the second half. In the second half of seduction. So
Yeah, it did.
yeah, let's
Well, you know
how
what?
about if we
Well, they had well, you had to bring when you brought Ty in, all bets was off on the romance part. I mean, completely
that was
romance
it.
part. That was it. So all bets was off right there.
Well, Ty was very strategic in how he handled people and situations. Can we put it
Yeah,
that
he
way?
was.
He was very strategic in how he handled people in situations. And Jason and Eric never had to worry about anything, and they still don't have
Right.
to worry about anything cutting into their happiness because Ty is going to make sure that it doesn't happen.
You know what, I'm looking at your comment. This is exactly why I'm so glad that we're talking about this, because it's one of those books that is that it quickly get put in the back burner because you know I read Ty Pendleton's, and the only reason why I went to this one first is because it was kind of um shelved like with that book. Otherwise I would have missed it too, because I would have went to Ty Pendleton and went right to the hard series, but I got this one first. And I do love that it is uh um a two-in-one book, which I've never asked Iris this question as to why it is. Yeah,
Listen,
I
well,
never asked the question
well,
why.
listen. Let me add this in because it is
Oh,
one
right,
of
and
those
then she's
things.
ready for us.
There it is. I put it up there for you because one of the first things that people ask about is, "Hey, Brenda Walton." Hey. One of the things that people ask about is why two titles? And the only thing I can tell you, because it's two stories. To me, it was always two stories. It was the love story of Jason and Takea first. So it was that, and then it was the love story of Siri and Eric. So for me, it was always two titles. I mean, two stories. And the first half was the night of seduction. Everybody got them some that night. But when they first, so it was the night of seduction, which in my mind was the name of the concert. You guys remember this all started at a concert.
Hmm.
And so for me, it was a night. The concert title was called Night of Seduction, and the thing that we did here in Richmond, we used to have. We don't do them anymore. I used to love them. But on Friday nights, we had this series of concerts called Friday at Sunset,
Hmm. We used to
and I
love
used to
those.
love these concerts. This is the one thing I looked forward to every summer was the Fridays at Sunset. And so for this particular Friday at Sunset, in my mind, the title of it was Night of Seduction. And that's how Eric ended up with Siri. And it's also the night that Jason ended up with Takea.
Right. And then Siri Austin wrote the book,
And
Not the Seduction.
Siri Austin was the one who wrote the book, you know. So that is how that all came about. It was two titles simply because it was in my mind it was two stories, and then it was two brothers and two sisters that just
Yeah.
happened to fall in
And it
love with
and it
each
was
other.
funny because I realized the oldest sister ended up with the younger brother, and the younger sister ended up with the older brother.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So
he is Sharon. He is. I think he a couple of clicks more than Olivia
Olivia
Pope
Pope,
because
but Ty did handle things now.
oh yeah, he did. And I and
Ty
I,
did.
I loved how he handled things gracefully because that one situation with the Latoya thing when they got in the house and took those pictures of Siri. He could have let it ride, and I think he was just going to see what he was going to do with it, but when he seen that it was going to affect um
Eric.
Eric, then he knew he had to do something about that.
That's right. Hey, Miss Prissy. Wave at Miss Prissy. I see she has checked in.
Hey, Miss Prissy.
Oh, Brenda Walter says that Detroit has sunset concerts too.
Yeah, we used to have them here in one of our suburban areas here in the
Hmm.
Chicagoland
Hmm.
area.
I,
But we
I
haven't had
see.
them. I haven't heard anything since the pandemic.
Thank you, Erica. It sure
Yeah,
is. And
yeah.
somebody ought to let Eric Benet know that this was my love letter to him.
I remember asking you why didn't you just send that book to him?
I don't know. This it's just the same as people say, why didn't you send Once You Touch the Heart to President Obama and
I think,
Michelle?
yeah, I really think you guys. I think he would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, he just might. But yes, this was my love story to my love letter to Eric Benet. And for those who
Mhm.
didn't know, I used to love me some Eric Benet, y'all. I really did. I
Oh,
really did.
you about talking about Ty having some pettiness?
Oh, especially when it came to when they did the bachelor part. Todd didn't. You think he was being petty when it
Oh,
was?
Ty can get petty.
He
He can get
can.
petty.
'Cause
Yeah,
look, he has his little little thing
yeah.
about him and everything. He did. But that was why the story had two titles, and
Mhm.
also Heaven's Gate, because you know, those pictures that was taken, that was when heaven was created. The ones in the on the kitchen table,
Mm-hmm.
that's where heaven was created. For those, I hope all of you have read the story, because heaven is turns out to be the name of um, Siri and Eric's first child. Is
Oh yeah, it sure
It
was.
sure was. That was Heaven's Gate, right there. Those pictures that was taken while they were on that kitchen table and everything. Yeah, that's where
I
heaven.
think so too, Miss Prissy.
What? Oh, I should send the book to the Obamas.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm wondering
Hey,
with you guys.
Sharon.
Is there anyone out here who was reading it for the first time? Who was reading Night of Seduction for the first time? Because this is a much older book.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a much older book. LaShawn said TV One. Yeah, Night of Seduction would be a good story on TV One.
Mm-hmm. And then
Mm-hmm.
say Martha said she needed both stories because it opened the door for Pendleton Rule.
It
Yeah,
sure did.
yeah,
It
yeah.
sure did. That is very, very true.
You got a small little dose of him um
In Night of
in this
Seduction,
one,
but you
yeah.
got a full force of him in the Pendleton Rule. Full force.
Yeah, that table did get a workout. You know
It
what I
did.
also thought though too, what was funny
Who said
was,
that? Was that Martha?
yeah, no, that was um
Donnell.
Donnell. But here's the thing I thought was funny with this is because Eric was the quiet one and he was very reserved, but Buddy was getting it in.
Well, listen.
Everything he got.
He
Everything.
was reserved until you pissed him off or he really loved something. Because remember when Ty wouldn't let him go and kill Roy for taking the pictures, and they got to fighting in the yard,
Y-
and Mariam had to get the water hose to get them apart.
Oh yeah.
And then also when he did meet Roy, he jumped across his desk and tried to kill Roy. And
Uh,
got mad because Ty wouldn't let him kill him.
oh wow.
You
But
know,
yeah.
yeah. So Eric was the quiet one. He was the
Mhm.
laid back one. He was Jason was the womanizer. He had women,
Mhm.
but Eric was the quiet one. And then also remember when he threw Takea out in the not
Oh, in the
Takea,
snow. Yeah, that was
Latoya
hilarious. That was
threw
hilarious.
Latoya out in the snow, because she
Mhm.
wouldn't leave his house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it.
We got it. You all right?
Yeah, that
Yes,
water
Eric
hose
Benet,
thing.
they're
Yeah.
doing unsung. Aren't they doing the unsung for him for Eric Benet on Sunday or something like that? I think it is coming up this week.
Mm.
But yeah, it was Eric was the quiet one. However, a soaking wet tie and Eric. Yeah, that was Miriam. She put the water hose on him, Erica. Yes, she did.
You know what I always thought the reason for the double books was is because in Night of Seduction you got a just a brief part of Ty, but then in Heaven's Gate you got a little bit more of him in there, and then they were the brothers, so I thought maybe that was the reason why you had combined the stories to kind of give us an introduction to Ty as part of that family.
Actually, no. These two stories was not about Ty. I did not plan on doing Ty Pendleton's story.
Hmm.
I didn't plan on doing Ty's story. I was just doing
True,
the
Mama
two
Tony.
brothers. But then when people read it and everybody kept asking about, but what about Ty and Kiki? What about Ty and Kiki? And then I did the Pendleton Rule. And then I
Oh,
did the Pendleton Rule. And that was it. But yeah, the two titles was really it was Takea and Jason and Siri and Eric, and it was
okay.
both of their stories.
Yeah,
That's it.
you're right, Erica, because I was visualizing that one scene when they was at the party and he threw Latoya out. He was just like, man, look, I'm tired of this.
I
And
can't
he
do
just
this.
like, enough of your talking, just picked her up and just threw her out. I'm assuming he was a gentleman and set her out there, but
No,
he might have threw, threw
no. He picked her up over his shoulder, went out to a bank of snow, and just dropped her in the snow. But
hmm
they gave her a fair chance to tell her to get out, and she wouldn't leave. So he took her out.
mm. Wait, Angela, you said you want a copy of, you said why, but what else
A
goes
copy
with
of
that?
what, Angela? Ty. She want a copy of Ty.
Oh, okay, Ty Pendleton. Okay, Pendleton rule then. Okay.
Now, do I have Pendleton rule here in the house? I may have Pendleton rule here in the house, so you may be able to get that. And everything. But let's go to another question. All right, you ready for another question, Midnight?
Yeah, let's do another question.
Okay, here's the next question. Okay, in Night of Seduction, and this is for the audience, which couple do you think totally connected of the two couples? Because we only at that time we only had the two couples was Jason and Takea and Siri and Eric. Of the two couples, which of the two do you think totally connected from the get go? No, that's not Shay, baby. Wait a minute.
Listen.
Listen,
Listen.
Lord. Okay, now look. Now, while the audience is answering that, let's see what Shay is doing out
Hey,
here in LA. Hey, LA girl.
Hey y'all, hey, what y'all doing? So I'm
Hey,
up here,
hey.
hey, a girl up in the LA, honey. Waiting on the troops to start rolling in. But I had to come in here early because BBS we on the road. We had to come and scope out the scene. You know what I'm talking about? And so I was like, no matter what I'm doing in life, my sis got to know I'm in tune. Let me just drop in and say, hey girl, hey, check y'all out. That's all.
Hey, girl, hey.
hey, girl, hey.
Hey. What y'all
Hey,
talking
girl,
about?
hey. We
We're
are
talking
talking
about
about
Night of
Night of
Seduction in
Seduction,
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. This is when my son started telling people I write erotica. I write porn. He said I write porn
Yeah,
because this story did start out.
Yeah, it did start off with some heat though.
Yeah,
I
it did. It
I
started out with
I
a
agree.
little bit of heat. It's a whole lot of people saying hey to you, Shay.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. How y'all doing? If y'all in the California area, you know what I'm saying, just come by and holler at your girl. And Brenda Jackson here, Rip Bodies Friday. We got a whole lot
Well,
of
Brenda Woodbury want to know where you at.
I'm at the hotel.
She at the hotel, Brenda.
I'm at the hotel.
She at the hotel. So
Yeah.
everybody is saying hey to you, Shay. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Yeah.
hey, I'm so good to see y'all. What y'all doing out there? I've had a long day, y'all.
Yes,
Whoop,
you have. Yes, you
but
have. And you made sure it was long for me too.
I,
So yes.
Look, we on Shay Baby Watch.
But the thing is, we see she has made it
I
Right.
safely. Thank goodness.
thank the
Because
Lord. I
now
made
has Brenda made it yet?
no, not yet. Listen. I'm the first. I'm the only one here. I'm the only one that made it.
No.
I think they did it
Okay.
on purpose. They did it on purpose to make sure I was gonna be here.
Probably so.
Ooh.
But listen, to those who don't know, they're all getting together. They're about to head out on the cruise. Where y'all going? Tell us where you going, Shay.
We're going to the Mexican Riviera. We're gonna be,
Oh,
hitting like three ports. I think Brenda Woodbury would be a better person to tell you about it because I'm just gonna jump on the boat.
you just gonna jump on the boat. You don't care where it's going.
I don't care where it's going. Well, y'all need me to be there. I'm gonna jump on this old boat. I know it's going to Mexico because everybody was telling me, don't be smiling at people. But other than that,
Oh Lord. Well,
then
are
we go.
you behaving yourself? Miss
Yeah, so
Prissy, Miss Prissy want to know if you behaving.
Miss Prince, don't be asking me that in front of people.
Don't be
Right.
Call me
Yes,
because
later.
you do.
she can't answer the question.
Call me later, Miss Prince. You know how we do. But no, I'm being good. You know, them go handle some business while I'm up here. You know what I'm saying? Big things popping, big things popping. So it's cool. I done had a long day, y'all.
You
But
But
yeah,
have
you're looking cute though.
you looking real cute. But what you need to do is make sure you get some rest.
yeah, I'm gonna get some.
But it's a little early in California because it's what 5 o'clock there.
It's 5:25. Yep, and
Yep.
we're about to go. My cousin is on her way here, and we're gonna go
Okay.
grab something to eat. And then I'm hook up with Jean Graybill. Hey, Jean, I'm calling a little bit. And so just hang out with my California friends. I gotta call Tank, cuss her out real quick, and
Uh huh.
I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm just gonna be having a
But
good.
listen, with you and Tank in the same city, um, I hope that the West Coast can take y'all to.
They can't.
I
Yeah,
hope it will still
Well,
be
they
standing.
they may be okay until Tank can't make it, and then there's gonna be some
Then
problems.
there's
oh
gonna
yeah.
be some problems.
Then we go
We
level it.
know.
Yeah, it's gonna be leveled in here. You gonna have to call Joshua and Luke and Van.
Luke is the only two that can handle Shay and Tank. Joshua can't even handle y'all.
Oh,
Only Luke can handle you guys.
Get Luke.
Speaking of Luke, the Luke audiobook International Affair comes out on June 6th.
Don't you love my segues?
Yes, I do. I do. I love them. So that people know the audiobook for International Affair, which is Luke and Sasha's story, is coming out June 6th. And we're gonna as soon as I get links and things like that, I'm gonna put it out there so you guys can go and grab that audiobook.
I
All
cannot
right,
wait,
all
and
right.
I cannot wait. And then speaking of audiobooks, so Ron Butler is gonna be at the Rip Bodice as well. With,
Right?
with Auntie Brenda, and her latest one just came out, A Ties That Bind, right?
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah,
love that
another oldie
story.
but goodie.
That's
Yes,
an oldie but goodie.
oldie but goodie, and he just did the audio for it. So of course
Cool.
he's gonna be there. He's gonna be signing. It's gonna be cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Well,
is. It
you have
sounds
you,
like you're
you
gonna
have
have a good
you have
time
when you come back, you have to come on and tell us all about
and
it.
tell us all about it.
I'm definitely gonna tell them all about it. And then once I get this book signed, I'm gonna give it away. But of course, I can't just give it away by itself. I have to pair it with a book buddy.
Yes, yes, baby, yes.
Yes.
Smokey, hey, Cosmo, my cousin here.
Hey, cousin.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, Iris.
Midnight.
Hey.
Hello, Midnight Ace.
How you doing?
Good, doing great.
Y'all know what that means.
Right.
The
Take care of our baby.
here you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I will. All we got to do is call Fats. That's all.
Oh Lord, he ain't here.
keep her out of trouble, please.
Keep
Oh,
me
I
out.
will.
Yeah, we can.
We will.
So
Yeah.
now the show is out.
Okay.
That's right,
Okay.
Roxy.
Hold
Keep
on.
out of trouble.
Hold
All
on.
right. Have a good time.
All right, y'all hold it down, and I'll holler at y'all later. And you know what I'm saying? I'll be checking in and stuff and all that good stuff. So I'll be up. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right, love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay. So
Midnight.
now that
Wait a
we
minute.
had our
Midnight. I'm
Shay
gonna leave you
babies
for a
thing.
minute. So hold things down.
So now we had the question of Siri and Eric and Jason and Takir. So it sounds like it was a little bit more of Siri and Eric, but they both did connect. In my opinion, they both did connect really well. But one connected on more of a physical, connection, and then like Jason and Takira, because of what they was going through, they connected more on a I guess an intellectual area, but not a little bit more than that. But yeah, Eric and Siri was more physical for me. But yeah, I think they both connected in there. I think they both connected. Anybody want to share why they feel like one or the other connected? Yeah, yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Martha. Yes, exactly. For Jason and Takira. Yeah, but I think this book, for it to be um it wasn't really the first part of it really wasn't that big, but for her to put all of that stuff in there, you could really feel this couple together, just in those pages for that, I mean, you could really, really feel their connection. So I think she did a great job on this book here. I kind
Which
of
which
liked
one
it.
which one you talking about? Which couple you talking about?
Well, so it looks like from the comments, it looks like it was a pretty good mix of them, but
Of
I think
both
a
of
little
them
bit more for Siri and
and
Eric.
Eric.
And I think it was because of all the heat. But it was a
They
very close it was very close.
now they had heat from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, they had it completely from the beginning. Whereas but so did Jason and Takea. But the
Yeah.
thing about Jason and Takea, they decided to act on theirs at that very moment, whereas Eric and Siri decided to, Siri, for her reasons, she decided to hold back a little bit. No, she didn't hold back a little bit. She was trying to hold back a whole lot. But when that chemistry is hot, that chemistry is hot.
Hmm.
That's all I can say. When it's hot, it's hot. It's hot. And that was it.
Yeah. You said so they were more open. I think Eric and Siri would have been more open if it had not been for Siri's fears of,
And
what people thought about her.
what she had been through too.
Yeah.
What she had been through, unfortunately.
And
You
honey,
know,
I'm trying to wonder why did nobody report them people, the what's his name?
who,
Siri's
Roy?
husband and his mama. Honey, that Maybelline, was that her name?
Yeah, Maybelline.
Honey, Maybelline was something else.
Maybelline was a mess.
Oh, she
Oh my
was.
gosh, she was a
I'm,
mess.
you know what? I seriously thought that Miss that Siri's mom was gonna handle her. I don't know why she didn't, because she would just to be the right person to do it.
Yeah, but remember, they also, I
Yep,
hope I'm not messing
exactly.
up the ending for anybody, but they also, remember how they got pictures of Maybelline
Uh,
and what was the principal's name?
uh
Ah,
Roscoe. And
Roscoe.
Lord, where did you find that name for? That was just as wretched as they come.
Well, so was Maybelline. Both of them
That
was
was true.
wretched.
That is true. That
Both of them
is
was
true.
wretched. So
Honey, that
that's that.
Roscoe, honey. He sound like one of the little corner boys with
He
the 40 in the bag.
he was one of those little corner boys.
Yeah. I
Lord, now
said
they coming through the
Roscoe.
back door.
When I first read that, I was like, Roscoe, where's she going with this?
They was a mess. They were a mess. But the thing about it
Yeah,
though, to
yeah, Martha.
be to be fair, they did get theirs in the end.
Yeah.
So they did get theirs in the end, but unfortunately, it didn't hurt them like it hurt Siri.
Yeah. What hey LaShawn, wasn't that like Latoya said with this old country bumpkin? Look, them country bumpkins showed them,
They
didn't they?
sure did. They sure did. But sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you got to show people their own mess, just like they want to put your mess out in the street.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take it to them too. And that's what they did in this story. Okay, let's go to the next
Wait a
question.
minute, you got to deal with this
Yeah.
question right here. You got to deal with
What?
this one. I think Iris has some mother-in-law issues. She's either killing them or kicking their asses.
I do it in just about every story, don't I?
Uh, I don't
Just
think
about every
Iris in
story.
real life. I don't think she had any mother-in-law issues.
I did not. But y'all know I'm a mother-in-law. Come here, Destiny. Y'all know I'm a mother-in-law, so this is my pride and joy right here.
Hey,
And listen, guys, let me put this up here so y'all can see it.
I know.
So y'all can see it. Yes, this is my daughter-in-law, Destiny LaVere Bowling. And she
I
is
know.
running, for those who are in Virginia, she is running for the House of Delegates position in District 80. So if you guys are in Richmond, they're saying hey to you. So if you guys are in Richmond, y'all be sure to put that name out there. And if you're in our area and you can go vote, make sure this the one that you want right here.
Right. I think she's be great. She's
I
be
Thank
think
you,
so
great.
too.
Melissa. Thank y'all. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Okay, go
y'all.
ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, y'all. I got, that's Mama Pride. And my son is here too, but he's busy in the refrigerator and cabinets right now. Anybody who have
Look,
sons, y'all know how they do.
listen, Chris don't want to play with us.
No, he's over there in the cabinet looking for something to eat. I'm gonna ban me from book chats. Oh yeah, no, I didn't ban him. He just don't know how to behave sometimes.
Oh, they said happy anniversary, guys.
They sure did. They said
Thank
happy
y'all.
anniversary.
Good
Thank
luck, Destiny. Congratulations.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I'm still celebrating too.
That's right. You should be. Karen Johnson said, "Good luck."
Thank you.
And they hope. But Miss Prissy said, "Hey, Chris." What's up, Miss Prissy? Miss Prissy out there. Hey, Monica Johnson, how you doing? Louisiana in the house, y'all. Louisiana in the house. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Yeah, let's pull up another question.
Okay, so here's the next question.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that relationship between these sisters, Sari and Takea. Now we know for a while that when you first get into the story, it seems as though Takea is carrying Sari. She may be the youngest, but it seemed like she's the one that's really holding Sari up and keeping Sari head up because of all the things that Siri had already been through with that marriage, that so-called marriage. Let's put it that way. So what did you guys think about the two sisters and their relationship? Oh, women, LaShawn.
Look.
Destiny, you're gonna need to read this message for yourself. This is a message. Let me take this down. This is a message just for you.
That's it, LaShawn. We're working on it.
LaShawn is in your district.
Yeah.
LaShawn is in your district.
But you got to get those constituents what they want.
That's right.
We're working on it. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
So here's Michelle say they were close. Yeah, no doubt.
They were very close. But they were very protective of each other too. They were extremely protective of each other, and they wanted to make sure that Siri didn't want what was going on with her to impact Takea, and Takea wanted Siri, the old Siri, back. And she was protective of her older sister. But sometimes it takes that baby sister with all of that energy and stuff that she has to pull that older sister out of her, what she was going through. And that's what Takea did.
I love the scene where when Takea got arrested and she came and Siri, it just threw Siri for a total loop because she was having all of these flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
And I love what she said to her. She said when they were going to go out do the paparazzi, she said, "Listen, I'm not like Siri," and I love how she stood up like that. And I hope that Siri took a page from her book at that point.
But I think Monica is right. Once you met Siri and Takea's mom. You knew what kind of person, what kind of spirit both of them had. Because the mom, I used to like when they said, "Mama, you get ready to go into a Heathcliff Huxtable moment," because she used to tell these stories all the time. But I think Carrie, when you saw the strength that Carrie had, you saw the strength that the daughters was going to have too. And Siri just had to get her strength back because they broke her. Maybelline broke her. And so Siri had to have something to help her get her spirit back. And that's where Takea came into the picture. Was there. Yep.
Yeah, and I also love I don't know if you're going to ask this, but I just want to go into I love the relationship between the brothers
We're
too.
gonna talk about
Yeah.
the brothers next. I think the brothers one is next. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is the brother one next?
Yeah, the
Oh,
mother
the
string.
mothers.
Yeah.
Listen. Which one of y'all, which mother do you really think would have whipped Latoya's behind?
Oh, for definitely sure, Carrie.
I think
Carrie.
Miriam. Well, I think Miriam would have
Both
had a
of them
fit.
really, but I think Carrie would have took it because because Miriam was so close, just to keep her clean in that situation. But I really think when she started messing with her daughter, I think it was
Yes.
this. If Takira couldn't take care of her, Carrie would have got her.
Listen, I think the more I learn about Miriam, I think Miriam would have just had Latoya killed. She wouldn't have whipped her behind.
Yeah,
She
because
would
she
have just
wasn't playing when she had that conversation with them. They was just like, well, because she said people do it all the time.
she sure did. She did say that.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been both of them would have eventually gotten to that behind, but they didn't have to because Takia took her out.
Right, because they were both plotting. They were both plotting of how to get her out of the way so that they both of their kids could be happy.
So that those kids could be
Hmm.
happy. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, either one of them could have would have got her.
Yeah. Do you think that Jason was too soft on Latoya in the beginning of the story? You know how he was trying to make sure that the mother of his child had a place, a decent place to live and everything. But Jason is that kind of man that women could easily take advantage of because that's what Latoya was doing.
I think, but it was also said that he was the street brother, the one that had the streets, the some of the street in him. But I feel like when he had his daughter, he was so enamored with his daughter, which and he should be. But I think he lost all hope of finding somebody that could love him the way he knew how to love. And so I think he was just willing to make sure that he didn't mess up anything that would take his daughter away from him. So I just think he was just stuck. I really did. Um, but it's nothing like a woman to pull you out of your funk. Yeah, and I didn't like that the ex-husband. I kind of had mixed emotions about the ex-husband, series ex-husband, because he was a wimp and he was a mama's boy. But on the outskirts of that, I really did think he cared about her, but he just wasn't strong enough to step up to his mother, and that was going to be a problem with him for life to come if he didn't do something about it. Yeah, I do believe both of those mamas would have thrown them hands. Yep, I agree.
I
But I think with the mamas case, I think they was forming some kind of alliance, and that's why I said it probably would have been Carrie. So because Miriam was too close, you know what I mean?
Maybe so, but I think that Marion wouldn't have had no problem if Jason had ever given her the gate, the open.
Hmm.
I think Marion would have she would have put a number on Latoya. I think Gabby would have too. I
Oh,
think
for sure,
oh, Gabby
Gabby.
would
Oh yeah,
have.
let's not forget about Gabby.
Yes,
Honey,
Gabby would have
wait,
taken her out too.
wait, y'all. If y'all have read any of Iris Boland's books, let me tell you what. Now, this time when I reread the book, before I didn't have this, but why when I read Gabby's character, why did I put her in the category with? Okay, Iris, gonna have to help me out because I did
Daisy with Daisy
Daisy and the other one. Wait,
and wait a minute. We got Daisy, that's with the Dunnings.
yeah,
And then you have
the one that's with the Empress.
oh Lord, what did I name
Oh
her?
my
Okay,
God, I can't think of her
Erica.
name. Y'all, if y'all
Erica.
know the name, please put it in the
Erica,
chat.
what's her name, Erica? The one that's working with the Empress. And don't forget Lucy.
Oh yeah,
Remember
Lucy. Yep.
Lucy? Remember Lucy?
Yep.
Um,
That's
these
what
these
this.
these house managers are something, you know.
But
These
wait,
house
how cool was she? How cool was she when Latoya came in and went in that office? How she just gracefully went on in there, start recording. Because
start
all of these
recording
how these housekeepers always got some kind of room with some computers in.
because they always know what's going on. Those housekeepers, they run that house, and they always know what's going on. She told her
Yeah,
son, she said she wasn't joking. But the thing about it is they're supposed to run the house. So they know what is going on in that house from top to bottom, no matter what. No matter what.
what do y'all think would have happened if
No,
Takira.
Cheryl didn't say that. Cheryl said, yes, he was trying to be respectful to a hoe.
Well, yeah, and then plus I was the mother of his child, right?
Yeah.
But what do y'all think Gabby would have did if Jason and TK hadn't have showed up?
You
And
talking
she
about
was
with Latoya?
yeah, what she would have did with Latoya.
Oh no,
If they hadn't have showed up.
listen, it would not put it past me in my mind for Gabby to have just taken Latoya out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm with you, Darnell. I am with you, honey. She was, but then it was salty how and then you know what? That's what I don't understand how people when you know you don't have nothing, you need to just be as quiet as a mouse and just because he would have took care of her even though he was getting married, he still was going to provide for her.
But he was taking care of her. He told her go pick whatever house you
Yep,
want,
yep,
and he was going to take care of her.
yeah,
Yeah, that part is
yeah,
true, Erica.
yeah.
He did know she was no good, but I think where Latoya made her biggest mistake was when she grabbed what's the little girl's name, Sierra,
Sierra.
in front of them, in front of them. That was crazy because she knew. Oh, Erica said the Empress housekeeper name is Esther.
Esther, yeah. So
Esther.
yeah,
Yep,
Gabby is
Esther.
up there with Lucy, Esther,
Yes.
Daisy, and ah
I'm missing somebody. And also who was the one that was at Blake? They did Blake's house.
oh yeah, the one that
Lily
Jackson is
Mae.
gonna
Lily
end up
Mae.
with.
Lily Mae.
Yeah, Lily Mae. But I don't know. Lily Mae didn't walk around in computer centers and
No, she
everything.
didn't. Um Lucy, is it Lucy? Erica, correct me. What
Lucy
was
is
Joshua's?
Joshua's. Yeah.
That was Joshua. I think it was Lucy. I think Erica will tell me. She'll tell me who it was. But
Yeah, I agree with you too. He was, but I do feel like part of that softness too was him losing hope.
and the fact that he wanted his baby girl near him.
Hmm.
He didn't want his baby girl. He didn't want her just in the house with Latoya. Could you imagine how many times Latoya would have left that baby in that house and gone about her business to do her party or whatever?
Yeah, she did it the
So
whole entire story.
yep, she did. She did. So that's another thing. And he did have the means to take care of her. That's why she slept with him. That's why she got pregnant with him. Her thing was to get pregnant by Eric, but Eric was very, very
Yeah, he was
choosy
very in
about
tune.
where he did. Yeah, that
Yeah,
too. And he did
yeah.
not like her from the get. So let's see what other questions do we have out here real quick.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true, Mama Tony, and that's the problem. You did your dirt, you got hooked, and you got a man that's willing to take care of you, and then you just cannot be satisfied with that. You got to keep it
she
going.
didn't she didn't appreciate it. She didn't appreciate
Mm-mm.
the fact that she had a good man. And we do see that a lot, don't we?
Yeah,
Guys, we do see that a lot.
but
She
you know
just
what?
didn't
You
appreciate
can
what
you
she
can you
had.
can you can't take the whole out of the woman. You just cannot.
No, you can't. Mm-mm-mm. Now, did you think that Eric was too hard on Latoya?
Uh, oh no,
Eric,
absolutely not. I mean,
Eric
it's
did
for
not
y'all to
play.
answer, but my answer is absolutely not.
No, Eric did not play at all. Eric was like, she ain't no good. I ain't got time for this woman.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Lucy was Joshua's housekeeper.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was to care help him see the light, Jason? I think Latoya, TK did a lot to bring certain things to light, not just for Jason, but for Siri too.
Mm-hmm.
She did a lot to that. How'd y'all like the way that Takea handled Latoya in that restaurant when she was in that restaurant?
I think I wanted more. But she was very graceful with it. But I was like, that's it, because I'm thinking she needs to really get got that time. But she was very graceful with it, and she made her point in a very graceful way.
Graceful way. She made a point. She said, "I might be from the south, but don't mess with me."
Right, right, right. How do y'all like the way she handled the friend, Latoya's friend?
Oh, what was his name?
I don't remember his
The
name.
friend, the friend that all she had to do was compliment him. That's
Yeah.
all she did. She just complimented him,
And do you
and
think,
that
okay,
was it.
so Iris, was it your intent for him to do their bidding? Because
He was when remember when Jason said to TK, one of Latoya friends is about to come to the table. And at that point, I think TK really genuinely did like the way that he moved and stuff, because
hmm
she is a photographer,
yeah.
and TK just called it like she saw it. I don't think they planned out for him to be anything other than, who he was. He was Latoya's friend, and that was it. So I don't think they planned on doing anything. But I think, remember when they invited everybody to the bachelor party? I mean, to the engagement party,
Mm.
and did they invited all of her friends, but did not invite her. And they had it at one of her favorite places. Now I think that was a setup.
Well, yeah, but she was out of the picture by then. And I think, you know what? I think, what do y'all think about this? So I think when you are that type of person, you really don't have friends that's into you like that. You know what?
Right.
Because just like a friend said, "Oh, I just left church. You gonna make me get ugly?" She was like, "Yeah, I'll do it, but I'm not doing it until you give me half of my bank account." So, do she really have friends? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But that person like that is not a friend.
Yeah, that's true
Latoya
too.
Latoya wasn't a friend to anybody. So she couldn't expect for people to really be a true friend to her either.
Hmm.
Because what you put out there is what you get back. Let's
True,
be really
true,
honest about that. And the
true.
thing about it is, as soon as she no longer had that connection with Jason, it didn't matter what house she had or nothing like that. Her friends was gone.
Right, because they knew that money was gone.
Yeah, her friends was gone, and that
Yeah,
was that was just it.
yeah, and that's true.
Adrian,
Yeah.
yeah, Monica said his name was Adrian. He
Oh,
was a
it was
mess.
Adrian. Okay.
He was a mess. But also, Takea knew people. She could read people very well too, and she was just a nice person. So when she met Adrian, she didn't have nothing against Adrian. Just like, to be honest with you, she didn't have nothing against Latoya.
Right,
Latoya
right.
was
She
was
didn't.
the one, right?
Because that was that scene when they were doing the news thing, and she said, "No, you're gonna give her the house, a
You're
car,
gonna
and
do
all of
this,
that." I mean,
right?
she understood what it was like for a mother. I mean, she was thinking like a mother would
Right.
think, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, she would not have gotten the same thing from Latoya, that's for sure.
No, no, she would not. Um,
Yeah.
and that was just the bottom line on that. But I do think Mrs. Gordon, yes. How many man, that's going back to the Heart series.
Yeah.
Mrs. Gordon did handle that house. Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one. But they should have took the baby and let Latoya fend for herself. Most men would have done that. A
Yeah.
lot of men would have done exactly that, because Latoya was not a mother. But I would not have wanted my child to be in the hands of someone like Latoya. She put alcohol in the baby's Kool-Aid
Mm-hmm.
just to make it seem like it was something wrong with the baby, just to get Jason's attention. Imagine if they was living in the house by themselves and Jason wasn't watching 24/7.
Yeah. It's no telling that baby would have probably been in some serious trouble.
Yeah, they would have been, poor baby. All right, let's see what we got up next. Y'all, was Siri ready for Eric?
Mm-mm.
You didn't even think twice about that one, Midnight. You just
No,
said,
only because, and I say that only because Siri was battered. She was wounded.
and the thing
And
about it, she wasn't even battered by her husband. She
yeah,
was battered by her husband's mother.
and the neighborhood.
Yeah, and that was crazy. But she was a battered woman. She was
Yeah.
mentally,
She
they
was.
mentally broke her. That's what they
And,
did.
oh,
They
you know what
mentally.
broke my heart too was when they were at the school, and she had went back to the classroom, and he came in the classroom and he had closed the door, and she got up and said, no, I can't be in the classroom by myself.
Right.
Like that right there, those are signs you look for someone who's been abused,
Yep.
or who's had some issues. And that kind of broke my heart. And I know it kind of broke his heart too, because like I can't even imagine what was going through his head when he was finding all this out about
All
her.
these things that was
Yeah.
happening. You know, the other thing about this story is this is my first time really looking at teachers and the things that the condition of our schools, and the things that some of our teachers have had to go through just to have a nice environment to teach our children. This was one of those stories that thank
Sorry.
you, Erica. Thank you, Erica. This was one of the first stories I did that touched on that. And it was like in all of my books, I try to touch on some type of social issue. And in this one, we looked at the conditions of some of our schools. Now, can you imagine? She gave up getting her classroom painted so that they could paint a cafeteria where all of the children would benefit from it, and not just the children in her classroom.
Mm.
So can you imagine having to get down on your knees and scrub your floors?
Oh my God. I thought to myself, and then the guy, Roscoe, was the principal, right?
He was the principal.
And you would think that he wasn't doing it, he wasn't providing anything, nothing was coming out of his pocket.
Nope.
For him, I would have just turned my head and just let her do what she do.
Yeah, but the thing was, he was doing Maybelline's bidding. Maybelline wanted Siri to be miserable, and that's
What?
what Roscoe was doing. He was making her work life miserable. That's what
Yeah,
it was all
yeah.
about.
And I mean, hell, how much miserable can it be in when you got to go in a dang on school and scrub your floors on the hands and knees?
Yeah, but um it was also the fact that she wasn't just scrubbing the floors. She was he just wanted her to be miserable because Maybelline wanted her to be miserable. It's not that she was a bad teacher. It's not that she wasn't conscientious about the students. It was because Maybelline wanted her to be miserable. And that's
Yeah.
what Roscoe was doing. And that was it.
Yeah,
You know,
I just feel like that was, and that kind of goes in line with what you have been writing in the other books about like your school board and your
yes,
local, your
yes,
your local politicians and stuff like that. It just goes to show how they do certain things.
yes. And
And
and and
go ahead.
and the conditions of our schools.
Mm-hmm.
And the conditions of our schools, and what some of these teachers are willing to do just to give their kids a good environment to be taught in. And that was
Yeah.
it. What did y'all think about um Roy? Let's talk about Roy. What did y'all think about Roy? The way that Ty handled Roy.
Yeah,
He
that
gave
was
the man $500,000. $500,000 for him to get that tape from them. And the sad thing about it, guys, is these are the type of things that do happen to some people. These are the type of things that do happen to some entertainers, some movie stars, people in that realm of things. People try to find things on them and then try to blackmail them. And
you
that's
know
what they did.
when he left out of the house after showing her the tape and she said don't make any. I still
Copies.
didn't get this. Well, she told him don't make any copies, and he said no, I won't make any copies because I got what I wanted. I didn't understand what he meant by that.
Because he had already made copies. So before he went to her to take her the tape that he had already
Mhm.
made copies. So he said, no, he won't make any more copies.
Oh, okay,
He didn't need
okay.
to make any copies because he already
Yeah,
had
okay.
copies.
Because I was just like, that's classic. Everybody always make copies for insurance purposes.
Yeah. Velda asks, why didn't Siri's family encourage her to get a different job? Well, remember, Siri was actually an author. She was a writer. She was writing a book, but teaching was her. That was her thing. That was her passion. She liked teaching. And she wanted to stay in her profession because she hadn't did anything wrong. She hadn't did anything wrong. And when they put her in that elementary school, to work in the elementary school, it was a place that she had asked to go. That's why Carl fought to have her placed there because he knew she loved to teach. But remember, she was also writing. She was
Hmm.
trying to finish her novel and she hadn't quite finished it. So, and why should she have left a profession that she loved what she was doing?
And didn't she specifically ask to be sent to that school?
She did. She because she knew that there was a need, and it was one of those schools that was run down, and the kids needed some love, some TLC. The school and the
Hmm.
kids needed some TLC, and that's why Carl, at least he did, arrange for her to go to that school because she had asked to go to that school. Speaking of Carl, what'd you guys think of Carl? Did y'all think that Carl was do you think that Siri still had feelings for Carl? Not after Eric, but before that time. If Eric hadn't have came in the picture, do you think that Siri would have went back to Carl?
Oh, I think Carrie would have blocked that.
I think Takeo would have taken him out.
Yeah, yeah, that too. I mean, I don't feel like he was a bad person. It was just like she said, I care about him, but I don't. She said she didn't think she was in love with him, and that's kind of how I felt. Like I don't think she was wounded so badly that I
She
don't even
was.
think she would have even ran down that road again. Plus, like you said, TK and definitely Carrie would have blocked that.
I am certain that TK would not have even let her thought twice about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Carl might have been a nice person, but until he could break away from his mother, he wasn't going to do no
Mhm.
woman any good. He wasn't going to be
Yeah.
able to be any good for any woman. I don't care who it was.
Brenda said he was head packed.
He was what?
And
In
Brenda said he was henpecked.
Okay, y'all. Let's talk about Maybelline now, because Maybelline has some shit with some stuff with her. Y'all see how I caught that?
Right,
Um,
right, right. Exactly, Erica. No going back.
no, none whatsoever.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. Carl was just so weak, but needed a reason to stand up to her mother. That's true.
Hmm.
And Monica said that Casimir was a better fit for Carl. Do you guys think that?
It was funny how she was lurking around the classroom when he was talking to her when he came up to the school the day she was cleaning up. I
Mm-hmm.
I I almost didn't. I wanted to in my mind that it was something there, like she wanted him before he got Siri. That's what I felt like.
Yeah, it was. She always had a thing for Carl. And even though she was a friend to Siri, because even when Siri came over to that school, she was the only one that would talk to Siri.
Hmm.
But she always had a thing for Carl. You
But do
know,
you think she would have had the same if Kashmir was to be with Carl? Do you think she would have had the same problem with his mother?
I think any woman that Carl would be with would have the same problem with his mother until Carl put his foot down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
Maybelline was
think.
trash.
That's what I think. Um, but I do say that when this thing happened with Siri, um, my hope, and I haven't revisited any ideas about Carl and Kashmir, but I hope that he had um, the backbone to put his foot down when it came to his mother.
I think this is my hope is that, and I didn't think you would write him a story, but it was just my hope to put an end to him was is that losing Siri and seeing her with Eric would have said, hey, enough is enough. Look, I done messed up on the best thing to have happened to me.
That's true, and
And
he
now I
did.
need to do something about it. Because it was no secret as to why Siri walked away from him.
Yep, yep. Okay, y'all, who was worse, Latoya or Maybelline?
Ooh, that one's
Ooh,
hard.
because both of them was trash.
Yeah, yeah, that's hard.
For me, I always when I was listening to the story this week, going back to prepare for this, it dawned on me. I said, did Maybelline have something for her son? Did she have um some kind of feelings for her son? Because she don't want to see her son with nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with me, the reason why Latoya is up there really on the list and it's hard between her and Maybelline is because of the way she did the baby. So I mean, I think both of
No,
them for
no,
different reasons.
Latoya was well, one, definitely the way she treated Sierra. But Latoya was one of those women who was out to get what she could get. She wanted to live off of somebody else.
Yeah.
That's what she was all about. She wanted to live off of somebody else. And she didn't care who she had to destroy to get what she wanted to, because she didn't know. When she found out that Siri was not the woman that was with Jason, that didn't stop her. She still went out to destroy Siri's life.
Hmm.
It didn't stop her.
And you
So
know what? It was. This is the thing, though. So she got her ties mixed up, and I said, "Uh-oh, this is gonna be." I was when I was first reading it, I'm thinking to myself like, "Okay, here we go again with Siri, right?" Because when
right,
she looked at his calendar book, she pulled up Siri's name, not TK's name, and
right,
then
because
so
she didn't know who the
right,
woman was.
and so she had already put that in motion. So it really she didn't she that really wasn't the person that she needed, but it was just already in motion. Yeah, I'm with you, Mama
It was already
Tony.
in
I
motion.
I, I
Well,
agree.
I just think that Latoya, because of the way that she treated the child, but remember she didn't want that
Mhm.
child in the first place.
Right.
She her whole reason for getting pregnant was to land somebody who was going to be able to take care of her the way she felt like she needed to be taken care of.
And I was like, how did what's his name let that even happen? Jeez.
Who, Jason?
Yeah.
Because she was beautiful. She was, listen, she was a beautiful woman, and not only that, she knew how to play the role when she had to play the role. Y'all saw how she went into her acting mode in this story.
Yeah, but
She
then
went into, when the police came, she really went into that acting mode. Remember that?
yeah. But I just felt like the way Eric had dismissed her when she first walked in there, he had to know something. And then, when he saw her sniffing around his brother, he should have just said, "No, man, I don't think that's the one."
Mm-hmm. Lord help him. But
Yeah, that's right. He was her original goal, but then when he kicked her to the curb, it just seemed like him and his brother would have had a conversation and said, "Man, no, I'd already peeped that."
Eric never paid her no mind whatsoever. As much as she tried to come on to him, he never gave her no play, never paid her no mind whatsoever. You
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah, that's what I think. I think Sierra
Monica
makes the
said,
top
I
of the
hated
list.
Latoya because of the way she treated Sierra. She had no motherly love for her, none whatsoever.
Mhm.
I just wanted to slap her after the Kool-Aid incident. I think we all did. We wanted to, give her a beat down of some kind of way because you don't treat a child like that for no reason.
I was so hoping that they would have caught that on the video too.
Yeah. Now, they did eventually, but Ty was the one that caught it.
Yeah, but that was because and this is the thing. He caught it because, Gabby had turned everything over to him, even her journal. But it
Right.
was it was I couldn't understand why Gabby hadn't looked at those pictures beforehand. Like I didn't know how.
She didn't have any reason to.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
remember, everything kind of happened, hopped off all around the same time. So
Mhm.
there was some things that she caught, like she caught when Latoya went into Jason's office.
Mhm.
So that those were some things that she caught while they was in the moment, but then there was other things that, she just didn't catch it at that time.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and that's my thing. Yeah, Monica, that's my thing. At that moment, I just didn't understand why he didn't just share with his brother what he had peeped already.
Yeah, well, he had said he just give her a CD and let her go on about her business, you
Mhm.
know. But Eric had gotten to that point in his career where he recognized recognized these women. He knew, he could pretty much tell who was coming after what, you know. And so that was that. What did you guys think of the towers? This is your first time meeting the two towers. So what did you guys think of them?
I think this was the first time this was a good first time out for them.
Yeah. Yeah. This was the first time that you got to meet them. Um, and the Towers did that thing, when they went to Roy, they had Roy shaking in his boots, poor baby.
Mhm.
But the Towers, this was the first time meeting the Towers. We met some good people in this book.
Yeah, yeah.
We really did. Okay, do you think well, I guess we don't have to answer this question because we know Roy shows back up again, right? Because Roy shows back up in the Pendleton Room, and we get to see him and in action. But he did exactly what Ty asked him to do, right? He went and he cleaned up himself and got things right so that Ty would be able to send some work his way. This
Right.
this story has some really good people in it that we could go back and revisit again.
Yeah, that is true.
hmm we could go back and revisit them because Roy, especially after he got hurt, Roy had really went good. He had turned good.
Mhm.
Oh, well. for those who haven't read the Pendleton Rule, um, in this story, what did you think? Do you think Ty and Kiki uh, was going to make it after this story? Um, did y'all think that Maxine was going to end up the way that Maxine ended up?
Yeah, no, it was for me. It was touch and go for Ty and Kiki. I just didn't. I just couldn't. I don't know. They were touch and go for me.
Oh, y'all know who we didn't discuss, and I don't think that she's in the question. What did y'all think of Nana? Remember Nana with the
Ah,
Remember Nana? Um, Kiki, Siri and Takea's grandmother.
mm-hmm.
Nana, every time, look, they couldn't get past nothing with Nana. And remember when Siri and Eric fell asleep out on the sun porch, and they woke up, and when they woke up, Nana was sitting over there in the chair, just watching them, and she just went, mm-hmm.
That's a perfect word, Michelle. She was that.
Insightful. That is true.
Mhm.
But Nana was something. She was she knew what was going on with them before they knew what was going on. She could just read them. And we do have our seniors that are all knowing, like what Kay just said.
Mhm.
And that wasn't Kay. Who was that? That was Mitty. No, who said
No,
that?
it was Veda.
It was Vader that said that. Yeah,
Mhm.
all knowing, and she was all knowing. Yes, she did. She knew that Siri was pregnant before Siri knew that she was pregnant and everything. So that was that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you know what? The mamas was insightful too.
They were. They were. They sat down and read those kids when they met the first time. They didn't even know each other and they read them.
Look, I was thinking it was funny how I said how they doing this because they were sitting at the table and they said their ears was on TK and Eric, I mean and Jason, but their eyes was on Siri
Siri and
and I'm
Eric.
like, how that even work?
But those mamas was on point though, girl.
Yes, they were.
They
Yes,
were
they
on
were.
point.
Yes.
Okay, what's this last question that I have up here? Okay. Which couple do you think has the strongest love? Eric and Siri, Jason and Takea, Ty and Kiki, or Pierre and Miriam?
No, that is too hard.
I know, right?
I can't answer that one.
I know, right? Because all of them, I think what Miriam taught her sons is how to recognize real love.
Hmm.
And she taught them how to recognize real love.
But was it her that taught them that, or was it their father?
It might have been both of them, but
Yeah.
the father died, and so it left Miriam to finish raising those three boys. But they did teach them how to recognize real love.
Yeah.
And apparently Carrie did the same thing because Takea knew instantly that
Yeah.
Jason was the one. So apparently
Me too, Monica.
Monica said that is just not a fair question. That is true. That is true. And I'm sorry, I put that up there. I'm gonna take it down so it won't hurt nobody.
But
So
you know
there you
what
go.
though? It's that F Roy. I feel like that is more of an answer that's closer to the truth because if you think about the foundation, like Iris was just saying about how the boys had a certain kind of foundation and how the girls had a foundation, they both came from love.
They
All
did.
the sets of kids came from love. So that just a real hard question to answer.
It is.
And
It
I don't
is.
know, and we just gonna throw Miriam and Pierre in there, but for sure the kids were on the same level.
Well, Marion and Pierre, you learned about their love from Marion.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, you didn't get to see it. It's kind of like the same thing with Winnie and Hepburn.
Mm-hmm.
You learn about their love from the stories that was told about them. Sharon says she want Ty. Okay, me too. Um, me too.
Mm-hmm.
But Night of Seduction was an all around good love story. I think we have two brothers and two sisters that fell in love with each other, and both of them had different kinds of love. Eric and Siri immediately had that physical
Mm-hmm.
connection immediately, whereas with Takea and Jason, they had that mental. There was more of that
Mm-hmm.
mental thing that was going on. So both of them had love, and that different kind of love. What did Carrie say? I like Ty and Kiki because the brothers always refer to Ty to handle. That's true. They refer to Ty to handle everything. And you know what? He would drop everything and handle things for them too.
Yeah.
He
Well, you
did.
know what? He pretty much did that.
He
Ty
was a
had his
fixer. He
finger
was
on,
just a
yeah, he
fixer.
was definitely a fixer. He was
He's kind of
definitely.
like Vernon Brooks,
Mm-hmm.
because everything that go on with the Brooks, they go to Vernon, you know,
Yeah.
and they did. And this was it's been a long time since I revisited Night of Seduction, but it
Yeah.
was a great revisit. It was really a great revisit, and I just enjoyed going back to that story and remembering the feelings that I had when I was writing that story. Hey,
Hey,
Hannah,
Hannah. Glad you made it.
you made it. You made it. But I do think that Ty was a huge president in this. So was Brick House. Do y'all remember the role that Brick House
Mm-hmm.
played in
Mm-hmm.
this story? Brick House kind of um, helped you see the transition of Ty, because
Yeah.
Ty went from the Commodores and Brick House to Luther, to Luther. You know, how does that explain Ty and Kiki? Ty's mother left and father wasn't there. Kiki is a child of a messy divorce. But Ty grew up with Marion and Pierre.
Yeah.
You know, Ty grew up with them. And I guess, but you know, they was broken. That's why it was so hard for them to get together. Ty was broken. That's why Kiki left him, because
Yeah.
Kiki wanted, you know, the whole thing, and Ty wasn't ready to give it to her until she left.
Yeah. It was almost like Siri and Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, so Ty was broken, for real. And for those of you who don't know, the Pendleton Rule is actually on audiobook. So go out there on Audible and read it. I mean, and listen to it. And you can also, if you guys have Kobo accounts, you can get the audiobooks on Kobo as well. And y'all know y'all can get the audiobook directly from our website through BookFunnel, just like you get my other books. You can get the audiobooks through them too. So go out there and see if you can listen to Ty's the audiobook on Ty, because we do have that out there for you guys.
Mm.
And another thing that I want to guys about, I did you guys the audiobook for an international affairs coming out on 6. But
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who don't know, I also have another book coming out in June. On June 14th, Mr. Take Me As I Am is a part of the Babes of Juneteenth series that was just announced on Monday. And for those of you who don't know, the hero in that book is actually Cameo. Now, Cameo was LT, the guy who married Fire. Cameo was LT's best friend, and Fire, I'm just saying. So Cameo's story is coming out on June 14th. And I've hooked him up with, for those of you who read The Lure of Love, which is JD's cousin, Alexi. We call her Lexi. Um, Lexi and BJ, the baseball player, Lexi had a friend, and her friend's name was Cynthia. So I have hooked up Cameo from Fire I'm Just Saying and Cynthia from The Lure of Love into this story called Mr. Take Me As I Am. And if you want to talk about something starting off hot, that one
Oh,
starts
yeah.
off hot. So just want to let you guys know you can go out there, and it's a part of a whole series. The books will start coming out on the 7th of June, and the last book comes out on the 17th. And it's a series called The Babes of Juneteenth. Because, we don't have a lot of books that celebrate Juneteenth, So the ladies came together, and it was the brainchild of Sherelle and Elle Wright, Sherelle Green and Elle Wright. And they got a group of us together. And Lord, I'm going to try to name everybody, but if I leave somebody off midnight,
I
help me
got
out
you.
here. Okay, so you got it's Sherelle Green, Elle Wright, Cheryl Lister, Kelsey Green, Aja, Angela Seals, AC Arthur, Sharon C. Cooper. Who am I? Tina Martin.
Yep.
Tina Martin. Myself. I'm missing one person.
Kimmy Farrell.
Kimmy Farrell.
You did good.
I did. You listen. I was running them down, trying to run them down in my head. But there is and each of the books are like $2.99, and they're short stories. And you can go out there. Yes, it is already out there on my website, Joyce. So you can go to my website. You can order from a website. Thank you, Joyce. Girl, I love you for that. You can get it from a website, or you can get it on Amazon. But it is out there, and it is ready for you to pre-order.
Yeah, pre-order.
So
Make sure you say
please,
pre-order, so we don't want them to think it's gonna come
yeah,
right away.
no, it's coming. It releases on June 14th, but it's on pre-order right now. And if you guys can, please support the entire project if you can. But if you can't, make sure y'all get my story. I'm just saying. But anyway, but those are the two people. No, Hannah, they do not link together. They are all individual stories, but they're all about Juneteenth, and it's about this organization called the Mr. Black Organization. But the books are not connected or anything like that. But if you have not done it, please go out there and support us. It's not a whole lot of times where we see Black authors come together and do projects. So when we see them do it, we want to go out there and we want to support everyone. Not just, I know you guys love me and I appreciate you, but get some of these other stories too, because there's some great writers out there, and we want to support everyone that we can support. So please go out there.
Pick you up a new author.
You might pick up a new person that you like to read and everything. So please go out there and make sure you get that. And then I also got to tell you guys, Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all. All I'm going to say is make sure you have your Nate Raines journal ready, because you're going to have to write down names to be able to keep up with the story, because it's a lot that happens in Backlash, the second book in the Nate Raines series. When I tell you prepare your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, prepare yourself.
Just prepare yourself. Don't even talk about parts, because it ain't going. I don't even know how you prepare yourself for that. It's y'all, when y'all read that book, and I dare anyone, I don't care what kind of super reader you are, I dare any one of y'all to say I read it one time
and caught everything.
Y'all think y'all good. Let me tell y'all, you're gonna have to read that book multiple times to pick up the nuggets, because there's so many of them. And then you know how you have a piece of bread, a piece of toast, and then you bite it and then the crumbs fall, and then before you check it, you catch all of them, you biting again, and all the crumbs. That's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be crumbs walking, and they're gonna be falling all over the place.
You are, and the thing about it, just remember, there's other books that's coming after that too.
Yeah.
Because this story is a story that's unfolding. That's all I can say. It's a story that is unfolding.
And LaShawn,
So,
to answer your question, the book that's coming out in May is going to be The Backlash. She
the
said didn't
ebook,
have a
just the
yeah.
ebook, just the ebook, the paperback and the hardback on that. You probably will be able to get it before the big release date, which the big release date is in July. But just on my website, you're going to be able to get Backlash in May. But just the ebook. The other books will be coming, after that, because it's taken a while for them to print the books and stuff like that. But Backlash really need to be read in hardback. Y'all, I'm just telling y'all, it's just one of those kinds of books. But when you get the ebook, I wish I could put this out on audio at the same time, that the others come out, but I can't do that yet, y'all.
Okay, let me dip in real quick because LaShawn has to drop off. It's May 12th, right? May 12th for Backlash.
Yeah,
But
just the
ebook
ebook.
only
Ebook
on the
only.
website.
Ebook only. Ebook only.
May 12th, Carrie.
It comes out on the website, just the ebook, in May, on May 12th. But the hardback and paperback, the overall release date is July. It's not going to be on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, none of that until July 7th. That's when it's going to be out there for wide release. But it's going to be a soft release is going to be happening on my website. And you probably gonna need more than a day,
Yeah, LaShawn.
LaShawn.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
you
need
need
to
more
take the
than a
day off
day.
to read it, even the first time around. But honey, you can't take off all the days you're gonna need to really get this story.
you know. But so get ready for that. So we have a lot coming up, guys. Let's see if we can do a quick rundown. We have the Juneteenth book coming out. That's going to be on June 14th. We have the ebook of Backlash coming out only on my website on May 12th. Then we have the audiobook of International Affair coming on June 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, get ready for that. And midnight, we do have a giveaway. Now, Mama Tony is going to be getting a free our copy of Backlash, because she was the first one to register for the event tonight, for the book chat tonight. So congratulations, Mama Tony.
Congratulations.
Which means we still have a book buddy to give away, and a Nate Raines journal to give away. So midnight, if you would go through, I'm going to go through the people's names, and you just tell me when to stop, and I'm going to stop
Okay,
on
let me go all
somebody's
the way up.
name.
Well, hang on. We need to tell Michelle where she can get the Nate Raines journal.
From my website. I do have Nate Raines journals on hand, so you can get it directly from my website. Just go out there and order it.
All right. Okay, hang on 1 second. Got to get all the way up here. All right,
Okay.
you ready?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is what we're gonna do. Mama Tony, since you won, I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom. Mama Tony, you're gonna tell us when to tell Midnight to stop. So Midnight, go ahead, start strolling. And Mama Tony, you're gonna have to type in and tell us when to stop.
Okay, I'm scrolling.
She's strolling, Mama Tony. She's strolling. Wait a minute, there's a new comment somewhere. Did I miss it? No, she ain't said stop yet. Keep strolling. She ain't said stop yet. She ain't said stop.
Is she still here?
Mama Tony just paused. She said stop.
Okay. Nancy Jones.
Nancy Jones is winning a copy of the book buddy Congratulations to Nancy. Nancy, if you would, okay, how are we gonna do this? Nancy, if you, I don't know if you're on Facebook or if you're on Facebook, send me a message through Messenger. If you're not on Facebook, you can go ahead and you can send me an email to irisb@siriaustin.com.
With
Okay,
your address so
that's
that you
my
can mail
email
it out.
address. Yeah, that's my email address so that I can get that mailed out to you. But congratulations to Nancy Jones.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Mama Tony.
Yes. Okay, now we have one more gift, and we're gonna give away a Nate Raines journal.
All right.
I don't know if Nancy is still out here, so I haven't seen it in a minute, so I don't know if she's still out here. Let's
Let
get
me get her
LaShawn. Since you out there,
no, LaShawn had to pop off.
Oh, she had to go. She's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Let's get who's out here? Is Brenda? Brenda, are you still out here? Brenda Woodbury or Joyce? Who's still out here? Oh, wait a minute. Miss Prissy's still out here. Miss Prissy, I need you to tell Midnight when to stop. So Midnight start with. She ain't started yet, Miss Prissy. Wait a minute.
Gotta love her. Gotta love her. Gotta love her.
You gotta love her. You gotta
this
love her.
time I'm gonna go from the bottom up.
Okay, so Miss Prissy, don't wait until she starts.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, she's going now, Miss Prissy, so you can tell her when to stop. Did Miss Prissy go back and get into the Lakers game?
We gonna beat her if she
We are. Miss Prissy, she said stop. Brenda Starchild Brewer. Congratulations,
Yay,
Brenda.
congratulations.
You're gonna get a Nate Raines journal. All you have to do is send me your you can send me a Facebook message, or you can send me an email and just give me your address, and we will get that shipped out to you. So we have Nancy Jones, who won the Book Buddy. Mm-hmm. And we have Brenda Starchild Brewer. She won the Nate Raines journal. And Mama Tony is getting a free arc of Backlash.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
Yay. Well, listen, it's time for me to start wrapping up. So I want to thank all of you guys for coming out and having this book chat on Night of Seduction. But before I go, does anybody have any questions for me? I think I answered everything.
Mm-hmm. So you can listen, lady. You got a lot going on.
Oh Lord, I know. But if you do have any questions for me, all you got to do is send them to my email address, which is irisb@siriaustin.com. That's let me type it in so that you guys can have it. Oh, wait a minute. It's not letting me type in Midnight. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see.
Wait, hold on.
No, it's not letting me type. Oh, there it is.
You got it?
I think so.
Okay.
So if y'all have any questions for me, you can just send them to that email address right there, and I will get to them. I promise you. And the others, congratulations to all our winners. And I want to say
congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming out and having my kitchen table chat. Oh, and guess what? I actually did it at my kitchen table tonight. I usually do it upstairs in the office. But tonight, somebody mentioned, you might as well do it from your kitchen table. So,
yeah, after all, it was a kitchen table
tonight. But it was a good discussion on Night of Seduction. I hope you guys enjoyed Siri and Eric and Jason and Takea's story. If you guys have not had a chance to read The Pendleton Rule, that is the next book that carries on with these particular couples. So go out there and get you a copy of The Pendleton Rule, or get you an audio book, or get you an e-book. Up on Ty Kiki and see what happened with them. Yeah, we're gonna make it interesting. But anyway,
and
that's all that we
prepare
have for tonight.
your,
Thank you
yeah.
all.
I was just gonna
The
tell them
next
and prepare themselves for the backlash. Prepare yourself. Like I
yeah, prepare
really mean
yourself for
prepare
that.
yourself.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Mhm.
But our next kitchen table chat is going to be next month. Is in May. I'm not exactly sure what date we have on the calendar. I will check it and see, but it will be on my website, the same place that you went to register for this. That's where you're going to register for all of our book chats. So the next one will be then, and we may
We
actually
have
do the Pendleton
actually
Rule.
it's May 23rd, and it
Thank
is the
you.
Pendleton Rule.
There you go, May 23rd, and we're doing the Pendleton Rule. So you got to go ahead and get you a copy of the Pendleton Rule
Yeah,
and read
be
that.
ready.
So
So
we
it'll
can
be
talk about
all
tie
you
and
pie
keeping.
lovers. That
All
is
you tie
him.
lovers. Yeah. But anyway, it was great having you guys. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me through the whole chat. I appreciate it. We're going to come back out next month, and we're going to discuss the Pendleton Rule. So get your read on. And until then, please go out there and support the Babes of Juneteenth project. Be on the lookout for Backlash, because Backlash is going to be available in ebook format only in May. So be on the lookout for that, y'all. Okay, that's all I got.
See
See y'all
y'all.
next time. Thank y'all for coming.
Okay, bye.